Carloon, please take a seat, man.
Thank you, Tom. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are with Carloon from his home in PUERTO, NIRANDA right now to talk about the sheer shot he gave Chris Shooter 2 nights ago on the Saturday Night Classic, Carloon.
That's right, Tom. Yes, I gave Chris Shooter a sure shot. So what? I've given him several spears throughout the years. If you remember Challenges Night in 2008, when we were amidst one of the toughest feuds we've ever had in 2008, amidst that feud, I speared Chris Shooter from the top of an electricity box of an arena. I crushed him. And Tom, that's one of the most amazing spears that I've ever given any competitor in my entire career. And Chris Shooter, that night I retained my WCF championship. And that was crazy. That spear was unbelievable. Arguably the biggest spear that I've ever done in my career, Tom. And Chris Shooter survived. So what? A sure shot 2 nights ago on the Saturday Night Classic? Who cares?
But Carloon, why did you do that to my partner on the commentary table?
Why? That's the question, Tom. Everybody asks that question right now. I am sure most WCF fans are asking themselves that question at this very moment watching this interview. Sadly for them, tonight, Tom, I am not in the arena. Tonight, I am right here in my residence in PUERTO, NIRANDA, in the same city where in 2 weeks, on December 30th, at last year's 7th, in the biggest event that WCF has to offer, I will be fulfilling my destiny. Just like I said 2 nights ago on the Saturday Night Classic. It's my destiny, Tom, to defeat Chris Shooter at last year's 7th. And why I gave him a sure shot on the Saturday Night Classic after our tag team match was over? Well, the answer, Tom, the answer is simple. I just wanted to send a message to Chris Shooter to remember him that this feud is still alive. Because I came back to WCF 2 weeks ago in the best shape of my entire life, just because I wanted to reignite my rivalry with Chris Shooter. I said that, Tom, in my return. Go check that video in the WCF YouTube channel, and you'll see that I came back, that the only reason that could bring the Nasty Punk for Excellence, Carloon, back into this company was to wrestle one more time Chris Shooter on the biggest stage in the mall at last year's 7th. And that is the reason, Tom. I gave him that savage sure shot because I wanted him to remember that I am Carloon, that I have blood running through my veins, and that even though I respect the hell out of him, we are still rivals. We are still enemies inside those ropes, Tom. And that's the most important thing. And don't even tell me that these fans are not enjoying that at this very moment, because that's exactly what's happening. They are simply loving this, because the greatest feud that WCF's ever seen, Chris Shooter and Carloon, is back again on track. And at last year's 7th, Tom, I will fulfill my destiny. I will finally be successful. I will finally defeat Chris Shooter at last year's 7th, come December 30th, in my hometown right here in Puerto NIRANDA.
And Carloon, this question I want to ask you now. I mean, you're giving that sure shot. What is your mindset going to last year's 7th, December 30th, at this very moment?
My mindset, Chris, for Chris Shooter, this message, I know you're watching this. Chris, my mindset, and I'm not even sending this message to you, Tom, because you asked the question, but I am sending this message to Chris Shooter, because he's the man that has to hear this. My mindset going into last year's 7th is to do whatever it takes to defeat you at this event, Chris. Because Chris Shooter, I'm in the best shape of my life. I'm hitting the gym 6 times a week like a beast. I am working out like never before. And I am 100%. I am in the best physical damn shape of my entire wrestling career. I am capable of beating you anytime, any place. But the place just happens to be Puerto NIRANDA Park, December 30th at last year's 7th. And I'm gonna do whatever it takes. If I have to use the steel chair once again, if I have to use a table, maybe a leather strap, anything that I'll have to use, Chris Shooter, to finally beat you, I will use. Because let me tell you something, I respect you as a competitor, I respect you as a human being now. For all these years that we've been battling throughout WCF live events, pay-per-views, and TV shows, and all the incredible matches and memories we've given these fans. That's great. But at the end of the day, my friend, I just have that little thorn on my side. I still have that, Chris Shooter. Last year, you were the referee in my 3-way match, and I just happened to lose the WCF Championship. What a coincidence. Chris Shooter was the referee. Chris Shooter was once again involved in a match at last year's 7th for King Carloon. And King Carloon lost. And that's all I can remember at this juncture. 4 years ago, last year's 7th, 2008, you and I, one-on-one, WCF Championship. And I lost. So it's been 2 times that we've been together in the same scenario, last year's 7th, and I've lost my match. So Chris Shooter, everybody's saying now that I have a curse at last year's 7th. The only thing I can tell the fans, the only thing I can tell you, is that in 2 weeks, come December the 30th of 2012, at last year's event of WCF in my hometown right here in Puerto NIRANDA, just a few blocks from my home where I'm sitting right now giving this exclusive interview, I can tell you Puerto NIRANDA Park will be the scenario where I finally defeat you. This Sunday, December 30th, Chris Shooter, finally, the curse is over.